Good morning to all dear learners. How are you? I hope you all are safe and fine at your places. And I must believe that you are doing a great job in terms of learning, in terms of understanding the concepts. Right? So let's gear up and let's understand the next topic of the chapter. Right? So we are going on with this unit number 5. Right? Which unit is going on? Unit 5 is going on. Right? And today we are going to cover the 8th part of this unit. Which part? We are going to cover the 8th part of this unit. And what is the topic today we are going to cover? The topic that we are going to cover is role of physical education teacher in the school. Right? So what is the role of physical education teacher in a school? So we are going to deal with what is the role of physical education teacher. So as you all know that today we are going to deal with this topic, and basically what's the name of our chapter? The name of our chapter is Physical Education for CWSN. It means in this chapter we are dealing with various kind of things. It means we have started with the childhood with special need. In the first video lecture, we have studied what is the disorder or disability. It means on that time we have started with concept. What is disability? Disability is a kind of impairment. And what is disorder? The next thing. Disorder is a state of mental confusion. Then we understand what are the various things like in disorder and disability. So when we talk about disability, there is a term called impairment. So these impairment may be physical, sensory or cognitive. It means physical, there may be a problem in the physical structure of the body, like a bone or kind of, or maybe accident between the upper limb or lower limb problem. When I am concerning about the sensory problem, so the sensory impairment is totally based on the sense organ. When one of the sense organs is not working properly. Third thing, that was cognitive. So cognitive is something which is related to the thought process, which is related to the mental balance of the body. Means what is the remembering power and so many things. So basically we had covered the disability, the disorder. Now let's talk on disorder. So disorder is a state of mental confusion. What is disorder? It's a state of mental confusion. And when we talk about disorder, it means ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Alright, so ADHD, AODD and various kinds of things. Right, so ADHD is there, ODD is there, so many things are there on which we need to work on and understand the things properly, right? So various things like ASD, SPD, autism spectrum disorder, sensory processing disorder. So various things have to be followed. There are a lot of things that we need to understand here. That is the students who are having a various kind of problems. And these kind of problems, the student is totally based on various kind of disability and various kind of disorder. So let us start to understand what exactly these problems exactly the student face. So whenever we talk about the CWSN, children with special needs, they have their own design curriculum, and this curriculum is designed by this APE, Adaptive Physical Education or Adaptive Physical Education Curriculum for the students who have a special need. So adapted physical activities, these are authentic site or authentic organization which helps to develop a lot of things, which helps to give a gross motor development as well as fine motor development as well as psychological development, psychomotor development too. So basically what we need to understand, children with CWSN facing a lot of challenges above than their age. So for them to performing a single task has become a difficult challenge. It's become so difficult for them to do a day-to-day life activity. Sometimes when students have a problem, a sensory problem, so even if if there is a blindness or there is a deafness, so even to walk from one place to another become a difficulty. So basically disability is not an inability, it's if you have a dedication, if you have power of resistance, if you really want to achieve something in your life, definitely you can do it, you can go for it. But if you're not having that things, then what will happen? Definitely there will be a lot of problems in your mind and your body. So basically we need to understand here that disability is a kind of impairment. Disability is a kind of problem which resists our participation. And when we talk about in terms of sports and so many things, these children's their participation becomes restricted. This is what we had talked about: the disability, the disorder, the curriculum. Now, what about the sports? See, generally when the same kind of sports they are not allowed to play, or if they are allowed, they are not able to play that. So there is a modification in games, there is a modification in the rules of the game, and each and everything is maintained according to the need of an individual. That's why there is a lot of professional health cares like occupational therapists, like speech therapists, like physical education teachers. For the all around of development of the students, so many people are there to help them out. Because see, when any kind of disability or disorder comes, a mind or restrict the participation of an individual, definitely you need to work accordingly. Because when the children who is facing this, OCD or ADHD or having some kind of problem, they also feel, they also have some emotions. They also want to grow up, they also want to do something which is best in their life, and they also have some goals, they also have some emotions, they also want to do something very good or great in their life. Right? So what we need to understand that the people who have different kinds of problems, we give recognition, name, freedom. So the society is basically based on nowadays, his name, his frame, and so many things. So basically, when we were dealing with the children with the special need, we should have cooperation, we should have adjustment, we need to modify the rules and regulation, and we need to possess such our interpersonal skills to help them out and to deal with them properly. So today the topic that we are going to learn is the role of physical education teacher in the school as well as teaching the students. So when we are talking about games and we got the children with the special needs, it's become a challenging time for the teacher to taught them. Because see, the disability vary from normal, moderate to the severe level. Okay, and as you are aware about Stephen Hawking, you must have aware about Helen Keller. So these are some people, even though having a kind of disability with them, they had done a great job in their life and they achieved the goal, and they set the example that anyone can do anything if they really want to do. Got it? So here we understand that what is the role of physical education today. Okay? So let's just take an example. If there is a problem, if there is a limb deficiency or something, so Paralympic, Special Olympic, these are some kind of institute which are really doing a great job in terms of providing facilities, in terms of giving opportunity to the children with special needs. Alright, so this organization not only helps them to give the opportunity, but definitely when they give the opportunity, the different soft skills will improve, the level of their thinking parameter, and so many things enhances as well. So whenever we talk about this, the role of physical education teacher, so they allow the student for the academic sound. Okay, because see, when a student play football or participating in any sports and games, definitely they are this enhanced, that is the way they perform, and the lifestyle actually change. They helps to build a good personality. Definitely when this physical education or physical activities are performed by the students, the body will get a shape, the personality will definitely increase, the personality trait will increase, an individual become extroversion out of ambivert, or someone who is very shy in nature. So when they play football, when they participate in some physical activities, they understand their true potential and they started to learn so many things. They, while participating in sports and games, they more focus on the need of the society. They understand what is their potential. They're stimulating their work. They recognize themselves that yes, they can also do something. So basically, physical education teachers inspire them, ignite the hope that yes, they can do something. They integrate them and they told them that yes, this physical exercise and this sports is an integral part of their life, and definitely with this they can give the handsome and attractive personality. They also taught them this kind of self-discipline, regularity, punctuality, adjustment, politeness, preparedness, tolerance, and this kind of thing should be inculcated in a student so that they can understand the things properly. Determination, fine better decision making, capacity to understand things, and so many kind of things which should be in the mind of a person to understand the things properly in their life. They got the master over the physical skills. They are so expressive, they may be optimistic just because of the physical education teacher. Not only the physical education teacher, but if someone has its own, a kind of, if they possess that potential, if they have a dedication to do so, definitely they'll do the things properly. Inculcate friendship. When a kind of disability or something occurred, the problem is that the friendship, the nature of the society and what else they are doing. So these problems we need to think. Let's understand, as you can see on the board. So let's start up to how to create leaders to physical education, right? So sometime when this physical education teachers appoint the students as a leader or something, giving some kind of post to them, will definitely enhance or arouse their inner urge, a kind of motivation, a kind of encouragement comes in their mind, and definitely on that time they want to exhale the performances they can. So now let's come and understand the meaning of the role of physical education teacher. Basically, when I say this, physical education teachers are commonly known as the physical training instructor. What they are commonly known as? They are commonly known as physical training instructor. It means they provide various kinds of training programs for the development of physical structure. Now what is this physiology? Physiology is a human body structure, and what is anatomy? The study of the human body structure, right? So basically when we deal about the different muscles, the different body, to build up a strong and healthy body, we need to know about our body organs. So in physical education, generally people know about the body, how to build up that particular muscles, like when we do push-ups, chest up, and the muscular endurance will increase. When we run, so it's not only a simple run, it's a toe action, and it was a toe action, so a lot of endurance, strength, and speed, and everything is measured. When we talk about flexibility, so flexibility means not to perform some particular exercise only. It's related to the yoga, the yogic kriyas, the inner, cleaning of the internal body, and so many things. So, physical education teachers, commonly the physical training instructor, these are responsible for the primary and secondary education in terms of sports as well as the value education, as well as the understand physical education norms. Physical education is not only related to the game, it is all about them. It is not only the physical education to go on the ground and to play football. It's all above them. There is a lot of things to learn, like we can go for learning biomechanics, you can learn anatomy, you can learn physiology, you can learn cardio sports, you can learn nutrition, you can learn about yoga, you can learn about the needs of physical children, you will learn about Special Olympic, Paralympics, drugs, Olympics, so many things. They are in physical education to understand. So basically the physical education teachers are called physical training instructor. Why? Because they are engaged the students in development of the physical structure of the body. They helps them to learn, they helps them to grow, they helps them to taught them various kind of exercise which should be performed in a various phase of time. Right? So as we all know, what's the physical education objective? So basically we have 4 objectives. How many objectives of physical education are there? So there are 4 objectives of physical education. How many objectives? There are basically 4 objectives. When we talk about this 4 objectives, one by one let us understand. First objective is physical development. Now the point is this, what is this physical development? So when I'm reading about this physical development, it means we are talking and we are learning about the physical structure of the body. And what does this physical structure tells us? This physical development says the development of the physical structure of the body. So when we talk about this various kind of development, so the first development is physical development, right? So let's talk about this physical development. What do you mean by this physical development? So physical education teacher, it's basically dealing with all lot of things. Like first, our first parameter or our first things is the physical development of an individual. Which development, bachcho? Physical development of an individual. And whenever we deal with this physical development, it means to achieve the ultimate aim of physical education, the objective that physical development has to be achieved. According to this objective, body should grow in a proper way. Physical development or physical activities helps to developing the body, good a muscular structure of the body, or the body is a kind of machine, as you all know. It grows in a sequential manner and develop with doing some physical activities. Physical development improve our neuromuscular response and lead maximum organic development. Thus, physical activities must be performed for the optimum growth and development. You know, this physical development objective also guide a person to build up a strong body, a well-shaped body, a wonderful good-looking body with excellent working of the internal organs. Good health is definitely can be improved this physical personality. So as you know that personality can be built up and definitely it reflect your thought process, it reflect the way you talk, it reflect the way you walk, run, etc. As body and mind are interrelated, there are psychophysical unity of the body. It means what is this psychophysical? When we talk about psychophysical, it means it is related to the psychology and physical structure. Unity of body and mind. It means the internal and effective working of your body as well as your mind. So we must perform some physical exercise on a regular basis and take an active part in this kind of the sports and games with full of enthusiasm. It makes our body sound and home of a healthy and sound mind. Thus, it develops a good personality, good health of an individual. So, physical development is very important. It was the first basic concern. Second concern is the emotional development. Now, physical education teacher helps to develop the emotion. And guys and students, you know that what is the importance of this physical development nowadays, this emotional development nowadays. Because see, when nowadays the students are totally engaged in so many things. Some of them you can heard about a lot of suicide cases. You heard about a lot of emotional imbalance, like love and affection. These all were kind of attraction. When there is a love in the age of 18, 19, it's not a love, it's affection only. Just because of the hormonal changes, just because of the adulthood, right? Just because of the adolescence. So we must understand, and through physical education we can understand what is exactly the emotional development and how to have a control over the emotions. Alright, so this emotional development is very important part for the optimum development or optimum growth for one's personality. The personality of man is definitely related with that, and emotions like love, hate, anger, jealousy, aggressiveness, cheerfulness, pleasure, anxiety, etc. These are various kind of some emotions which we need to balance, and we should have a control over this. It helps to achieve the aim. Emotions must be expressed. Sometimes it may be controlled by depending on the situations. Alright? So physical education provides a good opportunity to practice a lot of things. Like when the game is on and sometimes the body temperature is so high and there is the player have a great aggression in their mind. But either he or she shows, sometimes it shows, but while playing game, the emotions, this organic things like moral things, the mental temperament, everything is different. So it's lead an individual to understand that yes, this is what exactly life is and how to deal with the life. Like this emotions helps to achieve the optimum progress, thus it helps to achieve the aim of the life too. Alright, so providing good opportunities to practice these all things, to deal with the life situations, day-to-day life activity, and sometimes it controlled way depending upon the situation it may be. This emotional development is very important to achieve Otherwise, the aim of life is not occurred. The way we think, the way we act. When we do this, when this emotional development taken place, we have a constant pace in our mind according to the things. Now we had started at physical development. We had started this emotional development. Now the next point that we need to understand is social development. So as we all know that we all are human and we are living in a society. We must have to interact with the society. We must have to associate with the peoples because man is a social animal and we can't live without society. Man is a part of society and has to be followed some rules and regulation, some traditions, laws in the society, and we must perform active part in the life of in the society life. We also learn so many things like socialization, like cooperation, like adjustment, and we should actually possess this because social qualities are very important. If we talk the one thing like the soft skills, so it tell us how to talk, how to behave, how to express our emotions, how to keep our things in front of others. So the social development has an objective like to develop various social qualities. Now what are these various social qualities? The various social qualities like cooperation, the cooperative behavior I say, friendship, togetherness, honesty, obedience, sincerity, tallness, adjustment, leadership, boldness, self-control, self-discipline. These objectives to stop the evil in the society. Sometimes people say that we need to build a healthier and happier society. But the point is how one can build a healthier and happier society because it originates from us only. So when this first thing is to channelize the energy. When the energy of a society is channelized in such a way that he or she can lead amazing kind of life, then definitely the true potential can be nurtured and the society will automatically become positive society, good society. So basically this social development has an objective to stop the evil from the society and bring up the community progress and bring up some kind of thought process which help an individual to live a healthier and harmonious life. Social development helps to achieve the aim of education, of physical education, that is to be ideal citizen and useful member of the society, that is to be the good citizen of the country, that is to be the dedicated citizen of the country. Physical education program, a great kind of opportunities, various specific sports program like marathon, run for fun, run for unity, run for AIDS, run for safe girl child. So it's provide a great experience and enthusiasm. A lot of opportunities has been provided by physical education teacher. Thus, social development is very important, right? So next is mental development. What is this mental development? As you can see on the board, in this green board, you can see what is mental development. So whenever I am talking about this mental development is basically based on the positive mindset. It is basically based on the positive thought process. It is basically based on how you behave, what is your conduct, how you show your potential, how you understand the need of the society, and how your behavior, your ideas, your conduct is. So for the psychological development, we also call it a mental development, and it shows the mental temperament or mental abilities of an individual. So this development is related with the positive thoughts, ideas, behavior, attitude, conduct and responses. See, when someone is so angry and when you meet out, so you don't, why you be angry? Let him be relieved. Let him to exhale whatever is there in the mind of his or her, and now you explain them that this is right and that is wrong. Will definitely help him to understand what is you. So why when other people are and having aggression, so why we discard or why we create such kind of problems to our life? Why we lose our temper and disturb our mental temperament? So this psychological development has an objective help us to be such psychologically balanced life, mental progress, mental development. This objective direct the growth and development in a sequential manner. This objective gives identity to one's personality by the good behavior. Thus, positive thoughts and idea guides an individual towards progress and hence make the person a good citizen of the country. The development of this positive thought, this mindset, helps to achieve the aim of life. The objective of physical education enables a person to overcome various challenges in life and become a good manner and become a good citizen of the country. So basically when we are talking about this physical education teachers, so physical education teachers are normally called the physical training instructor. These are responsible for the primary education as well as the secondary education. They help to the physical development of an individual, they help in the emotional development of an individual, social development of an individual, psychological or mental development. Psychological development is also called mental development. After this, the term is cognitive. As you all know that our body is made up of cell and tissue, which performs a specific function. This tissue makes some organs. Organs make our organ system, and through this organ system, our body made up. While we do various kind of exercise, our body will grow in a sequential manner. There is an optimum growth, and this balance of one physical education says. Physical education teachers and education curriculum says that one should be physically fit, mentally stable, emotionally balanced, and socially interactive, and organically fit, constitutionally fit. That is the objective of physical education, and that is what the physical education teacher wants to achieve. And what is the aim? The aim of physical education is to bring a harmony, to make each and every citizen of the country physically, mentally, socially, constitutionally, organically fit. That is what the aim of physical education is. That is what physical education tries to do. And I know that through the making this integral part, you can definitely make a life more healthier and happier. So, help builders build confidence. So next one, like the confidence. How does physical education teachers build confidence? So when you see the game is on, whenever the physical education teacher, the sports teacher says something, the student will definitely understand because there the interest is. Why the children while playing football they become happy? Because they are putting their own efforts while playing football. They are the creator. They have the skill to bring perfection in themselves. Involvement is there. They are playing, right? Well, so here we understand that when we allow the student to play, they are creating, they are making changes, they are doing anything that they want according to them, according to the biology of the games, like the rules and regulation of the games. It means experiential learning is there, it means involvement in there, competency institution is there. That's why a student, whenever you see the student playing any game, will feel very happy because he or she is doing their own by they are showing their own capacity, their own potential. They are the creator and they are doing a great job, right? So physical education teachers definitely build confidence. They encourage them, they motivate the students, and definitely they help them to be a health builder. Now, why I call this physical education teachers the health builders? Because these are human engineers too, right? You must have heard about engineering, but have you heard about human engineers? A person who helps this engineer, right? So why human engineers? Doctor treat the body by some medicine, some injection, some kind of therapy. When we talk about this physical education teachers, they allow to do various kind of exercise. They allow them to perform various kind of things in their life, like games, like activities. So basically, the body becomes fit, healthier, happier. It brings wellness in the mind, and definitely the overall efficiency of the body will improve. So what do individual need? As we all know that health is man's biggest asset. And this asset is very important because you may purchase a lot of money, but your good health cannot be purchased with money. You will have to earn it. And how will you earn it? You will have to earn it with the delayed work in the ground, running, jumping, hopping, doing this, doing that, this various kind of exercise, and just make your body fit, stronger. Okay? So how will you make all these things? You can do this by regular doing exercise. So regular exercise is very important. So basically, what I want to tell you is human engineers. So yes, you physical education teachers, as well, we physical education, you physical education students, and we physical education teachers. We all are human engineers because we know how to deal with our body, how to make our body more good, efficient, and effective. Moral and social values. Definitely, physical education teachers helps to build moral social values in the life of an individual. If they allow to bring, when game is playing, so this is according to the Olympic motto and all, like they allow student to understand the way, to understand what are the things to be in the life of an individual, like loyalty, right? Like respectfulness, like the fair play, and so many things that are there in the game. And an individual need to understand these various kinds of things, right? So I hope you understand this term. Now let's come to psychomotor development. The psychomotor development is related to the mental development as well as it is related to the physical structure. Physical structure of the body. So, psychomotor development is development of mind, development of thoughts, as well as the development of physical structure. Now, what is this development of physical structure? So, development of physical structure, it means you may development of the body, growth, and everything is proper. So, psychomotor development, we need to understand there are two terms, that is the motor development, right? What? Motor development. The smooth and the coordinated development of our bones and muscles is called motor development. If I can put my hand here, it's motor development. If I can take my leg here, it is motor development, right? If I can more jump it up, if I can stretch my body, if I can do it like this, if I can do it like this, if I can do it like this, if I can take my hand here, again here, this hand here, I can do it like this. This is fine motor development. This is gross motor development. It means the development of small bones and muscles is called fine motor development. The development of big muscles and bones like hand muscles, like leg muscles, these all are fine gross motor development. So basically it's of two types: gross motor development. Fine motor development. Right? Gross motor development is associated with the development of large bones and muscles, and fine motor development is related to the development of small bones and muscles. Right? So I hope you clear this gross motor development is fine motor development. Right? Now the next thing that you need to understand here is the how the PE teachers are more engaging into the games and all. But physical education is a vast term, it's a vast area to understand. Like when we talk about yoga, right? Let's talk on yoga. So itself yoga is already a chapter, right? It's a part of yoga while performing various kinds of yogic kriyas, while performing various asanas. So yoga consists of 8 elements: yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. So to go on this 8 steps will take time, it will take years. So yoga, the benefits of yoga, it's a great impact in our life. Like it improves the digestive system, it improves the skin tone, it improves the hormonal functioning, it improves the working of the internal organs, it helps to work the heart properly, the lungs properly, pranayam, that is the pranayam, so many things, meditation, because this life is full of stress, tension, and so many things. So we need to deal with these things and make our life more effective, and we need to make the life more great in terms of this physical efficiency of the body. So physical education teachers basically work towards the all-round development of an individual. Which kind of development? All-around of development, like the holistic development. What is this holistic development? Holistic development or all-around development is basically based on this great all-around development, right? So all-around development means your organs will function properly. You are in terms of wellness, you are disease-free, you are having sense of being feeling good. So that is what this physical or all-around development is. It builds on character. Physical education teacher know the character know the student well than other teachers because he or she is so friendly with the teacher, because in the ground the physical training is going on, you do all the things, so you know your talent, you want to inhale, exhale, whatever you want to do. So when you are engaged, experiential learning is going on, and definitely the personality will be developed. As you all know, the personality of three types. Extrovert, it means you are talkative. Introvert, it means this nature is shy. Sometimes you become ambivert, so it means the combination of both of these. So your personality should be extrovert, right? Let's interact with the people. Let's be happy. Let's be stress free. Let's be tension free, right? Motivation, when we talk about the motivation, is the part that encouragement is given by the teacher. So motivation. And second and the most important thing is motor development, or what is the body composition, BMI, right? So sometimes people become endomorphic, it means heavy body, sometimes ectomorphic or mesomorphic. Mesomorphic, it means a simple body like me, and when we talk about this ectomorphic person is very thin, right? So various kind of body organs, physical education teachers basically dealing with all different kinds of activities and so many things. I hope you all have understood the concept of the physical education teacher, what is the role of physical education teacher in school education, and how they help the student to learn. Don't forget that physical development, social development, emotional development, and this mental development are the objectives of physical education, and the objective of physical education, the aim tell us each and every individual of the country should be physically fit, mentally stable, emotionally balanced, and socially interactive, consequently fit. So with this, take care, bye-bye, we'll meet in the next lecture, and we'll definitely do rock together and do learn various kind of exercise. With this, take care, bye-bye, we'll meet soon in the next lecture.